I officially bought my dream watch. Before I even talk about the watch, I want to be completely honest. I don't think this watch makes me more successful. I don't think this watch means I have better business. I don't think this watch makes me look richer. I don't think this watch makes me richer at all. I think that a lot of times we put these material things on top of things that are way more important. And I'm not talking about people or family. I'm talking about the self-development that it requires to run a business. And that for me, it's what motivates me the most. That's what pushes me the most. And the reason why I mentioned this in this video is because for me, this channel is about growth. I don't want to make the trophies such as this watch the most important thing, because yes, that's great and that's a great part of business, but the most important thing for me is to be able to enjoy the day-to-day, be able to enjoy self-development, be able to just get better every single day and lead a team and help others reach their goal. And that's the thing that makes me happiest. And especially after buying this watch, I realized that yes, it's something that I love, it's my dream watch, but it doesn't mean much other than just a trophy. So without further ado, let's talk about the watch. I've been wanting this watch for a very long time. In fact, I didn't think I was gonna buy it. This is a watch that if I get on the waitlist for Patek Philippe, I will never ever get. If you know watches, you know that if you want to get this type of watch from Patek Philippe, you have to build your history, and even then, in years, you might not be able to get it. I'm not the type of person that wants to wait that long to live their life, so this is a watch that I truly want. Like I said in my last video with the Rolex Daytona, that was a watch that I didn't really want, but I saw it and I really liked it, so I bought it. This is a watch that has truly been on my list for a very long time. When I say long time, by the way, I started collecting watches like a year and a half ago. So by long time, I mean since I started collecting watches. My first watch was this one, which is a Cartier Santos. Then I got a Rolex Datejust Wimbledon, and then I got a Rolex Daytona two-tone. And this is the fourth watch that I get, and by far my favorite watch. So let me show you the watch. First of all, let's talk about the box. The box is extremely heavy. When I first got this watch, I couldn't believe it. I didn't think that it was a box that should be carrying a watch just because of how heavy it is. You will think that it's carrying something else. You will slide it like this. Just the quality of everything is incredible. This is how it comes. You have the Patek Philippe suede, which of course very elegant. Brown is definitely my favorite color to dress. I usually dress with a lot of brown pieces, as you probably saw in my video, like brown shirts, brown shoes. In fact, my favorite shoes are brown, and this watch is literally a representation of my taste. Then here we have the papers of the watch, which I don't need to show in details. This is the Patek Philippe 5164R, so it's the travel time. So as you can see there, travel time, and then here you have sort of the manual from Patek Philippe. Quality of everything here is just unbelievable. I've owned, like I said, Rolex or Cartier in the past, but nothing like this. Like just everything about this watch is insane, and about the brand, of course. This is the box. The box is absolutely incredible. The quality of the box, just because of how luxurious the box is, you will think something insane is inside. So let's open it. Here's the watch. This is the Patek Philippe 5164R. Compared to the normal Aquanaut, the main difference is that this watch has the travel time feature. So it's the chronograph version of the Aquanaut. So if we get the watch, this is what the watch looks like. The watch is, like I said, my dream watch. I wasn't planning on buying this watch. In fact, it's something that got offered to me, and when I saw the price, I just didn't think I was gonna get it either. But then I realized that it's truly a dream watch. It's something that I've really wanted for a long time, and I was just like, let's buy it. If I regret it, I'll just sell it. Because that's the other thing with watches. When you buy a watch like this, if you get it at a good price, you're not really spending money. You're pretty much parking money. I don't expect to make money on any of my watches. I buy them because I love them. But at the same time, if I buy any of these watches and I get it at a good price, the demand is so high that I know I'll always be able to sell it for the same price. So that was kind of the purchase for me. It was like, let's get it. And I don't like it for any sort of reason, or I regret it, or I don't think I like it as much as I thought I would, I can sell it. I'm never selling this. This is by far my favorite watch, and every time I look at it, it's just unbelievable. So it is a little bit scratched on the clasp, and the reason for that is because I bought this watch a month ago and I've been wearing it since then. I honestly just wear it to work here. Like, I don't wear it for anything else, and it's not because I don't want to, it's just because my life is pretty simple. Like, I don't really go out. I go out to dinner and I wear it once to dinner, but like for other normal dinners I wouldn't be wearing this watch. I wear the Santos or the Rolex, and yeah, I just haven't seen the occasion to wear this watch to a specific place that would be perfect for this watch, if that makes sense. But I do wear it when I go on a walk sometimes, and I wear it a lot here. Like, I bought this watch because of me, not because of anybody else, and just for me to put it on when I'm just working. I look at it and just insane. So to explain a little bit about the watch, this watch has the dual time feature and it also has the date. So here we have home, here you have local. In home I have the Argentina time, and in local I have the United States time, which is where I live. I live in New York City, but I was originally born in Argentina, so I have the time from Argentina as well. And then I have the date on the bottom. Like I always say, I'm not an expert about watches, so I don't like to talk too much horology. I just honestly love the watch and I got it. Like, that's pretty much it. I know about the dual time feature, I know that it has a home and it has a local time, but other than that, I just love the watch. So now that I have it open, this is what it looks like. Every time I look at the case back, it's just gorgeous. Like, the amount of time that probably goes into creating one of these pieces, just the craftsmanship is absolutely unreal. And again, I'm not an expert about watches and I don't consider myself a huge fan of horology, so I can only imagine what this means for somebody that is a true watch collector. Like, I just got started and I already think it's insane. So the Patek Aquanaut is supposed to be more of a sporty watch, supposedly, but it is the only watch that I've seen that is sporty and super classy at the same time. Like, I can wear this watch for literally anything. I think the brown and the rose gold and the mix and the fact that it's pretty thin just make it a super classy and super elegant watch. The one that would be considered more of a elegant watch would be the Nautilus, the Patek Philippe Nautilus. If you don't know the difference, it would have the full bracelet rather than a rubber strap. But honestly, for me, the Aquanaut is just so unique, because you see other watches like the Nautilus. Like, yeah, it's also special, and I think it's a watch that in the future I might get, but the Aquanaut is just so unique to Patek Philippe. I sized the watch and they told me to wear it a little bit loose. I honestly don't mind it, I like it, but they told me to not do it further, because if I do one more, it would pretty much be too tight, and for the summer it might be very uncomfortable. So let's talk about price. MSRP on this watch, and MSRP would mean that you get it directly from the AD, will be around $70,000 to $80,000, I believe. That's the range. Like I said, you're never getting that from Patek Philippe, so the actual price of this watch would be around $130,000 on average, but you could get this watch for $120,000, $115,000 if you negotiate, if you get lucky. But yeah, the market price, I would say, to be safe, would be around $115,000. And again, the reason why it's more expensive than the 5167, I believe it is, the regular Patek Philippe Aquanaut in this color, is because the travel time feature, which makes it a harder complication and makes the watch overall a little bit better for those that like the chronograph feature. I personally love it. I remember seeing this watch in Saint-Tropez. We went on a trip to France, which I posted a vlog about. I didn't have this watch at the time. This was in May, so 3 months ago, and I saw it on someone's wrist and I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I remember looking at the watch and just being completely in love with it. Like, the wrist presence on this watch is absolutely stunning. And the other thing that I like is that it's, if you know, you know watch. Some people might look at my Rolex Daytona or my Rolex Wimbledon, and just because it's a Rolex, they get super impressed, but they don't know too much about watches, so they look at this watch and maybe they think it's a Casio. They have no idea what this watch is. What other people that know about watches will really appreciate this piece and will recognize the piece from whatever they look at. So yeah, all this to say that I bought my dream watch. I bought a Patek Philippe 5164R, and I couldn't be more in love with it. Like I said, this is a great purchase. This is something that I personally love. This doesn't make me more successful. I don't buy this to show off. I don't buy this to show other people how rich I am, how successful I am, because that doesn't really matter. Like, yes, it's important to have a good watch if it's something that you really like, because I personally really love watches. I don't buy this because of other people. I buy this for myself. Like I said, I wear it when I'm working all the time and I work alone. But all this to say that I think a lot of times we put these material things as gods, and we think that this is the end goal, and we need to buy the next watch, and then we need to buy the next car, and we need the best life. And the truth is that I think the most powerful people are the people that need less. Like if you're able to just live with less, you're just extremely powerful. You just care about you and you buy the things that you like. And I think there's a lot to say about that. And like everybody else, of course, I do have my things that sometimes you want to show your watch and sometimes you want to show your car, but I'm training myself and I'm developing myself. And the more that I develop myself, I realize that it's all about what you think of you, what you like, and how you like to live. And I think that I've seen so many people that just think about watches and cars as gods. And the problem with that is that you're always living for somebody else rather than yourself. So you're always thinking about showing the car, showing the watch, and you're never really happy inside because you always want the next thing. And I've seen so many successful business owners, like very successful, that have insane watches and they just come see you with the cheapest watch they have. It's like if I wore the Cartier Santos everywhere. And I think there's something powerful to say about that. They want it because of them. They don't want it because they want to show other people. And I think that that's a super, super important lesson. And if you really want to develop yourself, you have to realize that these things don't matter. Yes, there are trophies and you should, if you like it, get it because you work hard for it, right? But you shouldn't get it just because you want to impress the person right next to you. Do what you want. That's just what I think. And I want to make sure I send the right message across because for me, it's really important to make sure that this channel is more about business and my life rather than just lifestyle. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope it inspires some of you to go for your goals. A few years ago, I could never get something like this. I could never even think of getting a Cartier Santos, and within 2 years I was able to get my dream watch and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, if you like the video, drop a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.